The diner buzzed softly with the sound of conversation, the clinking of cutlery, and an old jukebox humming a tune from the 80s. It was late afternoon, the kind of time when truckers, travelers, and tired workers came in for a warm meal and a break from the road. Behind the counter, Lily wiped down tables with a faded rag, trying to look busy, even though her shift was almost over. Her hair was tied back in a messy ponytail, and her apron bore the marks of a long day, coffee stains, ketchup smears, and exhaustion. She glanced at the door every few seconds, waiting. Her stomach twisted with worry. Her daughter Emily was waiting for her at home, a tiny apartment with flickering lights and an empty fridge. Rent was overdue, and Lily had been surviving on coffee and leftover pie for days, saving every bit she could for her little girl. The bell over the door jingled. A group of bikers walked in, loud, heavy boots on the linoleum floor, leather jackets with patches that looked intimidating. They filled the diner with the scent of rain and gasoline. Everyone went quiet for a second, eyes shifting to them. But Lily didn't flinch. She'd seen rough men before. Most were kinder than they looked. The tallest one, with a grey beard and a scar across his cheek, took a seat at the counter. The others followed, their laughter echoing in the small space. Lily grabbed her notepad, forcing a smile. "What can I get you folks?" The bearded man looked up, his voice deep but polite. "Coffee, Black. And whatever your special is today." "Meatloaf," Lily said. "Comes with mashed potatoes and gravy." He nodded. "Sounds good. Make it 2 plates. The guys'll have the same." Lily scribbled the order and hurried off to the kitchen. When she returned, she poured them coffee. As she set down the mugs, the man noticed the tired lines around her eyes. "Long day?" he asked. She gave a small, weary smile. "Something like that." The bikers ate and talked, their laughter filling the diner. Lily moved between tables, clearing dishes, refilling cups, pretending not to overhear their stories. About the road, the broken-down bike in Arizona, the storm they'd gotten caught in last week. When the meal was over, the men leaned back, satisfied. The plates were still half full, generous portions no one had finished. Lily began clearing them, her eyes lingering on the untouched mashed potatoes. "Mom," the bearded man said as she reached for his plate. "You look like you could use a break. Sit a minute." "Oh, I can't," she said quickly. "Still on shift." He shrugged. "Suit yourself." She stacked the plates carefully, carrying them to the kitchen. There, she paused, heart pounding. The food was going straight to the trash, perfectly good food. Emily would have eaten it gladly. Her boss, Mr. Daniels, was strict about leftovers. "Health code violations," he always said. "No taking food home. If I catch anyone, they're done." But Emily hadn't eaten anything real since last night, just half a banana and some crackers. Lily stared at the food for a long moment. Then she took a deep breath, wrapped the mashed potatoes and meatloaf in foil, and slipped the bundle into her bag. She prayed no one would notice. When she came back out, the bikers were still there, chatting quietly. The bearded man stood and walked to the register. "How much?" he asked. $32.50, Lily said. He handed her 2 50s. "Keep the change." Her eyes widened. "Sir, that's too much." "Keep it," he said firmly. Then his gaze softened. "For the long day." She nodded, tears stinging her eyes. "Thank you." As they turned to leave, Mr. Daniels came out from the back room, his face red and suspicious. His eyes darted to Lily's bag. "What's in there?" Her heart stopped. "Just my things." He snatched the bag from her hands before she could react. The foil packet fell to the floor, unraveling to reveal the leftover food. Mr. Daniels' voice rose. "Are you stealing from my diner?" The entire room went silent. The bikers froze at the door. Lily's face burned with shame. "Please," she said softly, "it's for my daughter. She's 8. We don't have much at home." Mr. Daniels sneered. "That's not my problem. You're fired. Get out." The bearded biker stepped forward. "Hold on," he said, his voice low but commanding. "You're firing her for taking trash. You were going to toss that food, weren't you? Sir, this Is none of your business. It is now, the biker said, his tone sharp as a blade. You should be ashamed, yelling at a woman just trying to feed her kid. The diner was dead silent. Even the jukebox had gone still. Lily stood frozen, tears slipping down her cheeks. Please, it's okay, she whispered. I'll leave. But the biker didn't move. He turned to her, his voice gentler now. You shouldn't have to beg for leftovers. He reached into his leather jacket, pulled out his wallet, and placed a thick wad of cash on the counter. How much she make here, Mr. Daniels frowned. What are you? How much? The biker repeated. Maybe 300 a week, the man stammered. The biker peeled off bills and slapped them down. Here's 6 months of her pay. You're going to hand her that bag, apologize, and let her walk out with her dignity. The diner's silence turned into a murmur. Even the other customers stopped eating, their eyes wide. Mr. Daniels' mouth opened and closed, but no sound came out. He finally shoved the bag back at Lily and muttered, Fine. The biker turned to her. Come on, ma'am. You don't need this place. Lily clutched the bag to her chest. I can't take that money, she said softly. He smiled, shaking his head. You're not taking it. You're earning it. For all the days you didn't quit when you wanted to. The other bikers stepped up beside him, each placing money on the counter. For Emily, one of them said, You said she's 8? Lily nodded, her voice breaking. Yes, the biker grinned. Then she deserves a full fridge and a mom who doesn't have to cry over cold leftovers. Lily couldn't stop the tears. She whispered, Thank you, I don't know how to repay you. The bearded man smiled faintly. You already did, by reminding us why we ride together, to look out for the people nobody else does. The group walked out into the fading light, engines rumbling to life one by one. Lily stood there in the doorway, holding the bag and the envelope of cash. The sun dipped low, bathing the diner in gold. When she finally got home that night, Emily ran into her arms. Mommy, you're home. What's that smell? Dinner, Lily said, smiling through her tears. Real dinner. They sat at their tiny kitchen table, eating the mashed potatoes and meatloaf. For the first time in weeks, Emily's laughter filled the room, and outside, somewhere down the road, a group of bikers rode into the sunset. Engines roaring, hearts a little lighter, leaving behind one diner full of silence and one mother who would never forget them.